The Mesozoic era, often romanticized in books and movies, was anything but peaceful. Spanning over 180 million years, this era saw Earth ruled by some of the most ruthless predators ever to walk, swim, or fly. From towering carnivores to silent aquatic assassins, the ancient world was filled with creatures that pushed the limits of evolution and brutality. While we often picture dinosaurs in sunlit jungles, the truth is much darker. These ecosystems were brutal battlegrounds where only the most cunning and savage survived. Beneath the surface of fossilized bones lies a haunting narrative, one of ambushes, bone-crushing bites, and relentless adaptation. The Mesozoic wasn't a dinosaur utopia, it was a deadly arms race. And for every gentle giant, there was something lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. This story isn't about fame or fan favorites. It's about the monsters time tried to bury and what their bones still whisper to those who listen. In the Triassic period, long before T-Rex or Velociraptors, the apex predator was Postosuchus, a close relative of crocodiles. This fearsome creature stood over 6 feet tall and measured up to 20 feet long. But unlike modern crocs, Postosuchus could walk on 2 legs, allowing it to pursue prey with surprising speed. Its skull was massive, with deep-set eyes and a mouth full of serrated teeth designed to slice through flesh and bone. Fossil evidence reveals that it preyed on early dinosaurs and other reptiles, cementing its role as the top predator of its time. Postosuchus thrived before dinosaurs took over the world, and its reign was built on brute force and efficient hunting. Its heavily armored body, sharp claws, and crushing bite made it a nightmare in the dense Triassic forests. In many ways, it set the blueprint for the terrifying predators that would follow. But even giants like Postosuchus couldn't escape extinction. Their fossils, when found, are often twisted and fractured, a hint of the violent world they once dominated. It's likely that climate shifts and ecological upheavals ultimately ended its dominance, leaving a void soon to be filled by the first true dinosaurs. As the Jurassic period dawned, dinosaurs began to dominate the land. Among them was Allosaurus, a predator that earned its reputation through cunning and cooperation. Growing up to 30 feet long, it possessed razor-sharp teeth and strong legs that made it both powerful and agile. Allosaurus wasn't just a brute, it was a calculated killer. Bite marks on large herbivores like Diplodocus and Camarasaurus suggest coordinated pack hunting, with multiple individuals working together to bring down massive prey. Its skull was built for flexibility, allowing it to swing its head like an axe to open deep wounds. Sites like the Cleveland Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry, filled with the bones of dozens of Allosaurus, hint at social behavior or perhaps cannibalism. Either theory paints a grim picture, whether feasting together or fighting each other. Allosaurus was part of a deadly system where cooperation and violence went hand in hand. The fossilized remains show clear signs of bite damage, possibly from territorial disputes. This was not a noble hunter, it was an opportunistic killer, thriving in chaos. Paleontologists continued to debate whether Allosaurus had dominance over a wide territory or was constantly in competition with rival predators like Ceratosaurus and Torvosaurus. While land predators drew blood with tooth and claw, the oceans of the Mesozoic were ruled by creatures just as deadly. One of the most terrifying was Liopleurodon. This marine reptile, with its enormous jaws and torpedo-shaped body, was the apex predator of the seas during the Jurassic. Reaching lengths of up to 25 feet, its bite could crush bones, and its speed made escape nearly impossible. Unlike sharks or whales today, Liopleurodon didn't just rely on brute strength, it likely had a highly developed sense of smell, allowing it to track prey across vast underwater distances. Fossil evidence from coastal Europe suggests it hunted other marine reptiles and fish with ruthless efficiency. Imagine a creature with the hunting power of an orca, the teeth of a crocodile, and the speed of a dolphin, all rolled into one prehistoric nightmare. It may have even ambushed prey from beneath, using depth and stealth. The Mesozoic seas were not safe havens. They were silent arenas of death, where survival meant staying invisible or getting out of the water fast. Evidence also hints at deep-diving behavior, suggesting these predators could navigate darker waters where few others dared to swim. The Cretaceous period brought with it one of the strangest and most hotly debated predators of all Spinosaurus, longer than T-Rex, equipped with a crocodile-like snout and a giant sail on its back. Spinosaurus was built for an environment that blurred the lines between land and water. Recent fossil discoveries in North Africa suggest it was semi-aquatic, using its narrow jaws and conical teeth to catch large fish in ancient river systems. But that doesn't mean it wasn't dangerous on land. Its powerful forelimbs, tipped with massive claws, could easily injure or kill prey or rivals. Some paleontologists propose it used ambush tactics from the shoreline, like a monstrous heron striking at anything that got too close. The sail's purpose remains uncertain, possibly used for display, thermoregulation, or intimidation. Regardless, Spinosaurus was unlike any predator before or after. It didn't just dominate its environment, it rewrote the rules of what a dinosaur predator could be. Its fossils suggest a unique lifestyle, one that challenges everything we thought we knew about Mesozoic giants. Some researchers even suggest Spinosaurus spent more time in water than on land. An evolutionary experiment in aquatic dominance. Not every killer of the Mesozoic was huge. Troodon, often overlooked due to its size, may have been one of the smartest dinosaurs to ever live, about the size of a human. Troodon had unusually large eyes and a brain-to-body ratio that rivals modern birds and mammals. These features suggest excellent night vision and complex behavior, perhaps even communication and problem-solving. Fossilized nests and clutch patterns indicate potential parental care and territorial behavior. It likely hunted small vertebrates and insects, using its speed, sharp claws, and intelligence to outmaneuver prey. Some paleontologists believe Troodon could have operated in packs, making it a terrifying force despite its modest size. Imagine a group of intelligent, fast-moving hunters coordinating in the dark. For many smaller animals of the time, Troodon wasn't just a threat, it was the ultimate stealth predator. In a world of giants, sometimes the most dangerous killers were the ones you never saw coming. Intelligence, not size, made it a master of survival. Its legacy might even foreshadow the rise of birds as today's aerial predators. High above the forests and swamps of the Cretaceous flew Quetzalcoatlus, the largest known flying animal of all time, with a wingspan exceeding 30 feet. It towered over other pterosaurs and likely many of the dinosaurs below. But this was no gentle giant. Quetzalcoatlus was a hunter. Its long, pointed beak suggests it preyed on small dinosaurs, reptiles, and perhaps even scavenged from carcasses. New biomechanical studies indicate it could take off from the ground using its strong forelimbs, soar for miles without flapping, and then descend rapidly on prey. Some scientists compare its lifestyle to modern storks or to vultures, stalking prey from the ground as much as from the sky. Fossil sites in Texas and other parts of North America show it lived in wide open plains, where visibility was key. In such habitats, anything small enough to be swallowed had to watch the skies. Quetzalcoatlus wasn't just big, it was efficient, patient, and lethal. It turned the sky into a hunting ground, where shadows spelled doom. Its lightweight skeleton and launch mechanics remain a marvel of prehistoric aeronautics. Then there's Therizinosaurus, the strangest predator that may not have been a full predator at all. Standing over 30 feet tall with arms longer than a human body and claws that stretched 3 feet each, this bizarre dinosaur was once misidentified as a turtle. Its long neck, beak, and potbelly suggested a herbivorous diet, yet its claws were perfect for slashing. Some paleontologists suggest it was an omnivore capable of defending itself and perhaps taking down smaller prey when needed. Its intimidating appearance may have been enough to keep even apex predators at bay. What's clear is that Therizinosaurus challenges every assumption we make about predators. It didn't look like a killer, but in a world where survival meant adaptation, that may have been its greatest strength. It was nature's curveball proof that being terrifying doesn't always mean being traditional. In the Mesozoic, sometimes the most unassuming shapes concealed the deadliest surprises. Its claws alone are enough to rewrite our understanding of dinosaur combat. Reconstructions of its movement show surprising agility despite its size. Even the infamous T-Rex had a darker side many don't talk about. Yes, it was a powerful predator with a bite force that could crush bone. But it also may have been a cannibal. Fossil evidence from Montana and South Dakota shows T-Rex bones with deep tooth marks, likely from other T-Rexes. Whether these were the result of combat, scavenging, or outright cannibalism remains debated, but the implications are disturbing. These weren't just solitary hunters, they were violent, territorial, and willing to feed on their own kind. Juveniles may have learned through brutal trial and error, growing up in an ecosystem where danger didn't just come from outside species, but from your own family. The image of T-Rex as a noble predator has slowly eroded. What emerges instead is a portrait of a ruthless survivor, unafraid to fight, kill, or feed whenever opportunity struck. In the dark heart of the Mesozoic, even kings weren't safe from their own blood. These weren't just apex predators, they were monsters of opportunity. Their reign ended only with the arrival of the asteroid. The Mesozoic era ended in fire, but its legacy continues to fascinate and haunt. These predators, preserved in stone, remind us that nature is not always beautiful or balanced. It's often chaotic, cruel, and endlessly inventive. The extinct killers of the ancient world weren't just part of a food chain. They were living examples of evolution's most extreme experiments. From crocodile-walking archosaurs to airborne dragons, from giant slashing claws to bone-crushing jaws, each predator tells a story of adaptation in its most brutal form. And the most chilling realization is this: many of the survival strategies they used, ambush, cooperation, intelligence, cannibalism, are still found in today's top predators. When we look at lions, sharks, or eagles, we're not just seeing modern animals, we're seeing echoes of the monsters that once ruled the earth. The dark side of the Mesozoic isn't buried. It lives on in the instincts of predators and the fossils that still hold their secrets. What else lies waiting to be unearthed? Perhaps the next shovel in the dirt will reveal a nightmare we've never imagined. Dishum.